Hey everyone, and welcome back to Force Cult. I'm Tracy.
I'm Ryan.
And this is our second episode. Welcome back, sit back, relax, and enjoy.
What's up, everyone? This episode will be all about Comic-Con. Now, although I was stuck here in Dallas in the 103-degree weather, Tracy was representing Force Cult in beautiful San Diego at Comic-Con. Not only did she pick up a lot of awesome stuff to rub in my face, but she was lucky enough to be one of the few to view the first hour of Star Wars Rebels. I'm not fucking jealous at all. Tracy?
Not even a little bit?
No.
No, not even?
Nope, don't care about Comic-Con at all.
Well, there was one cool thing that I actually didn't get to see, but people at home got to hear about. So there was a Cup of Joe panel where they talked about Marvel's release of 3 new comic series, and I actually didn't get to go to that panel because the line was too long and I just was doing other Star Wars stuff. But, so there's 3 new Marvel titles coming out for Star Wars. As we all know, Star Wars got reacquired by Marvel, so it's no longer going to be with Dark Horse. And we get a Darth Vader series, we get a Princess Leia series, and we get a Star Wars #1 series. So what do you think about all this, Ryan?
I read up a little bit about it online since I wasn't at Comic-Con. But the Leia one looks really awesome. Just the artwork they have that they're showing for it looks really cool. She looks really powerful and like a great female character. And they said it's going to be taking place in between A New Hope and Empire, which fills in the gap for what's, kind of happened, which a lot of people have wanted to know, for a long time. It just looks like something that I'm going to totally read. It's a miniseries, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-issue miniseries.
Yeah, I read a little bit about the Darth Vader one, too. Is that a miniseries, too, or is that a full...
I can't remember. I think the Darth Vader one was an ongoing series. I know Star Wars #1 is going to be ongoing.
Okay. Yeah, what I read about the Darth Vader one, which made me really excited about it, was they said it was going to play out like House of Cards, that TV series on Netflix, the political series. And I don't know, have you seen House of Cards?
I have, yeah. I'm like 3 episodes into the 2nd season.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite drama series ever. So I can imagine them adapting... Star Wars and Vader and his political power to, House of Cards, and I'm totally down with that. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited about the Princess Leia series because I feel like one of the disservices that Star Wars, especially A New Hope, always kind of did for Leia as a character is whenever something bad happens to Luke, like Luke's aunt and uncle get killed, and it's like super sad, and you get like sad music and like this sweeping moment, and you see Luke like kind of like grapple with that loss all through the trilogy. But Princess Leia's entire planet gets blown up.
Up, down, down, left, right, peace.
Like everyone she's ever known, everywhere she's ever been, everything she's ever loved, like everything is gone, and you don't get to see her cope with anything or just deal with it at all. And that's just kind of weird because it's like, that would be really, really interesting to sort out. And from everything I read, Mark Waid did an interview, and he was talking about how, like, he's finally going to explore that as the writer of this miniseries. He's going to look into sort of the emotional repercussions of that for Leia and make her more of a well-rounded character. So I'm always down for that. If we can get more perspective on our female characters, that's exciting for me. And obviously, Terry Dodson's art is just ridiculous. Leia looks amazing. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm excited to get back into Star Wars comics, too, because I got a little lost in all the Dark Horse ones. I'm just not current. So I'm excited with kind of being able to start from scratch. I still need to pick up the omnibus that they put out, but I'm just excited to like be able to get back into Star Wars comics and like start from the beginning and not have to like backtrack and try to find back issues. So
yeah, I was kind of the same way with the comics. I started reading a few, and then every time I'd visit the comic store, it seemed like there were more and more all the time, like breaking off and going in different directions. I was just like, what the fuck is happening? I mean, that happens a lot in comics, but with Star Wars, I kind of like to stay linear with my, what I'm reading. I don't want to just break off and start reading random shit. since there is so much going on in that universe.
Well, and I'm excited about a more unified canon. Like, it's gonna be I don't know. The more like things are coming out, and the more I'm seeing how well everyone's doing with Star Wars and all these storylines, I'm just excited to have a new canon to kind of latch onto, and everyone will be on the same page. There'll still be a little bit of sadness when kind of some of our favorite expanded universe elements kind of fade into Legends. That's going to be hard to deal with, but I'm just excited to have like a unified canon that we can all be excited about together and kind of all be on the same page with. That's a cool prospect for, I think, the fandom.
Yeah. So you picked up a lot of really cool shit at Comic-Con, right? That I'm totally not jealous about at all. So what were some of your favorite things? I got like
all the things. Okay, so some of my favorite things. So I picked up a couple issues of A New Dawn. I'm really excited. I read the first chapter in the sampler. So I'm excited to read this because it's really good. Kanan and Hera, what more could you want? I'm already excited about Hera as a character just from the little bit I've seen of her. And then when I went to the Star Wars Rebels screening, I got probably my favorite item from Comic-Con, actually. I know I showed this in a little, like, the quick video we have up on forcecult.net or forcecult.com. Well, I don't even know my own website. So these are cards that were given out at the screening by Lucasfilm and Disney. And they're like these really great like propaganda cards. And there was a super, super limited prints of these. There's not very many out there. And it comes with a letter from the Empire to the citizens of Lothal. And it's basically like a decree to like put these up in your house. So like they literally are like propaganda. They're meant to be like up everywhere to kind of reinforce the Imperial, I guess, inhabitants of Lothal. So it's kind of cool because it shows you how, I guess, political and kind of micro Star Wars Rebels is going to be about sort of the politics of the galaxy. So it's kind of cool. And it's just, everything about it's rad. Like, the packaging is so cool. It's got, it actually looks like something that would be distributed by the Empire. It's just very good quality, and it's got the cog. So
I want those posters in full size, like full poster size.
I know, right? I'm sure that that's going to be a thing. I don't see why not.
Yeah, they're bound to release them in full size. I mean, I barely have any room for posters left, but I'll take some shit down to put those up because they look really good.
I know. I always say I'm not going to get any more prints, and then I go to a con and I come home with all the prints. So
plus,
yeah.
I mean, I support the Empire, so, you know.
Of course you do.
I've got to put up the propaganda.
Of course you do. And then speaking of the Empire, I got this. So my friends at Jack's Pacific it's an LA-based like vintage and Star Wars toy shop. They have just a lot of cool stuff. They had these at Comic-Con. They had 500 of them. So it is the Shadow Trooper. I got 197 out of 500. Yeah, it's the coolest thing ever. It's like bigger than me. So I was lugging this around Comic-Con and getting lots of stares because it's like the my-size Barbie of Stormtroopers.
And why am I so lucky?
Because I'm sending it to you.
Yes,
you
it's for me. I get my size Stormtrooper. So
right?
excited.
It's like the coolest thing ever. So there's like literature on the back about how the Shadow Troopers are like the elite of the Stormtroopers. But yeah, it's just really cool. It's like a really super detailed toy. It just looks so ominous, and everyone was like scrambling to get these when I was there. So it was one of those things that if you got it, you were like super excited. But yeah. Definitely one of my favorite things that I got there. I'm excited to ship this monster all the way to Texas.
I know. What the hell is that going to cost to ship?
I don't even know.
No packing peanuts, please. I hate those.
Those are the coolest things, though. They make that little noise when you squeeze them.
I know, but they go everywhere, and you can't ever, like, it's like glitter. They just kind of fucking go everywhere, and you can never get them all.
They're like the herpes of packing material. They stay everywhere.
Have you ever tried to eat one of the recycled ones? Because they're edible. Have you seen those?
No, it's never really occurred to me to eat something that's in my packing material.
Okay, no, I don't mean to, like, you just look at it and you're like, oh, those look fucking delicious. But the new ones that a lot of places are using are edible. Like,
why are they edible? What is the point?
They're just supposed to be more. It's not styrofoam. It's better for the environment. You don't eat. You've never tried the packing peanuts?
No, sorry. I know I'm from California, but I'm not that organic.
Well, you might look to adding it to your diet. I'm sure they'll come out soon on California menus.
Awesome.
Okay, what else did you get?
All right, and then because I'm a nerd and a spoiled brat nerd, I just had to get another lightsaber. So I was cosplaying as a Sith, and I came across Legendary Costume Works. We're gonna pretend.
Nice, Tracy. Nice. Right in the middle of the fucking episode. Nice.
I'm like really popular. That was my phone.
God damn it. Okay.
All right, Ryan's about to go all Bill O'Reilly on me.
I'm fine.
Okay, so anyways, I was cosplaying as a Sith, and I came across this company called Legendary Costume Works, and they were selling Sith lightsabers.
Yay.
So the hilt, it looks very organic. It almost reminds me of Darth Talon's hilt a little bit. It's got that same look. Like, it could be made out of, like, Rancor tooth or something. And it's really bright and really cool. And, I mean, who needs to pay their rent when they can just randomly, on an impulse, buy a prop-grade lightsaber,
well,
right?
Who was it from?
Right?
Like, who were the makers? Like, the
it was from Legendary Costume Works. They're a shop in LA, so I guess I just inadvertently supported all my, like, local LA people that were representing at Comic-Con. Because we're better than everyone. Why not?
Yeah, because LA doesn't get any exposure whatsoever.
Right? Yes.
It does look really cool, though.
So I got to run around the con with that and, you know, appease the 8-year-old in me. So yeah, those are some of my favorite things that I got from Comic-Con. I also got this shirt. It's a mashup of Speed Racer and Luke Skywalker. It's got, like, the X-Wing in the background. Speed Racer was, like, one of my favorite shows when I was a kid, so... Which is kind of funny, because I actually never saw the movie, but, yeah.
So, even though I'm jealous of all the shit you got, at least the Shadow Stormtrooper you got from me, so that's fucking awesome. But one thing I cannot take or you cannot give to me is your experience in getting to view Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah, I am a lucky girl. So I got to see the first hour or so of Star Wars Rebels. And the cool thing is it wasn't even, like, finished. Like, Dave Filoni gave a big announcement in the beginning talking about it and saying not to judge them too harshly because it was still a little rough. Like, you could tell that some of the transitions and stuff were a little, I guess, not quite ironed out. And it was not quite formatted for the big screen yet. So there was a little, like, you know, roughness, but that actually made it, like, way cooler to me. And the cast was there, so I got to meet Vanessa Marshall and give her a huge hug and tell her that I love her. And I got to see Freddie Prinze Jr. and just everyone from the cast of Rebels. I have to say, I know I've said this on the show before, just based on the trailers and based on the intro videos, the voice acting in Star Wars Rebels is beyond. Like, it is so perfect. It makes the show. The animation as well. I know we've talked about the kind of comparing and contrasting with the Clone Wars, but I just think that for me and what I like from my shows and, like, what I liked about Star Wars, they captured. It's epic. Like, you get these huge sweeping shots of Lothal. Wow, losing my voice. I'm getting so excited about Rebels that I can't even talk about it. I'm getting choked up. It's, like, super epic and sweeping, and you get these moments that are just have so much heart in them, and the character development is already good. Like, I already love some of the characters. I really like Chopper. Chopper is, like, the comedic relief. He's, like, the grumpiest droid ever, and he just does these funny things and just, like, you can tell he's just constantly, like, bitching at everyone on Ghost and, like, never wants to listen to anyone, and they have to, like, yell at him. So it's really cute. And then there's a lot of, like, inside jokes for Star Wars fans. Like, there's a lot of, like, little things thrown in. Like, everyone was laughing. You looked around, there were moments where everyone got really somber because they have some really cool elements, especially about Kanan, where, I mean, the Jedi Order got wiped out. Kanan's one of the only Jedi left, and they really drive that point home and kind of remind you that, you know, he's part of, like, a dying order. He's part of an order that literally experienced, like, sort of like a genocide type thing. So he has to keep it a secret. And it's really interesting. The way they treat the elements from Star Wars that we love is just, it's impeccable. It's perfect. And Sabine is amazing. She's a lot more kind of reserved. And I think people who are fan of Mandalore and like Mandalorians, they're going to be really impressed with the treatment of her. She's not, like, spunky and outgoing. She's kind of somber and they hint at her maybe having like a not so great past, and because of the Empire. So basically the like whole cast of the whole like crew of Ghost, they've had like really bad run-ins with the Empire. They've lost family, they've lost people they loved, and you're just seeing them deal with that. So it gives this cool perspective to the Rebel Alliance.
Well, that's awesome. Are you done? Because that sounds awesome, and I didn't get to see it, and most of our viewers didn't get to see it. So thanks for that.
Suck it.
Now I can't wait for everything, and it's even worse, the anticipation. So I'm glad you got to see it, Tracy.
You
That's
sound
amazing.
so happy for me. You don't sound bitter at all. I'm so proud of you. It takes a really big person.
Of course I'm happy for you. You're my co-host.
It takes a really big person to not be jealous.
I know. Okay, so does that pretty much do it for Comic-Con this year? I mean, as far as Star Wars go?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of other announcements. That was what I did. I had fun seeing all the Star Wars cosplay. If you want to see some of my pictures that I took, both as me cosplaying and of other people doing some great Star Wars cosplay, check out our site. We have a photo gallery up for you. Yeah, it was a good time. I mean, San Diego Comic-Con always delivers. I will hopefully be there again next year doing some more Star Wars coverage, but that was it.
Yeah, hopefully I will be there next year with you as Force Cult. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. If you watch our show, maybe we can make that happen.
Yes, please spread the word for our show. We have 8 awesome, epic subscribers on YouTube right now. 8. That's right, 8. I said 8. You can't believe those numbers, but they're true. Obviously, everybody doesn't have a YouTube account, so they're not subscribed there, but you can subscribe on the website, and you'll get updates every time we post something. And I know you all want all those updates, because we post up, like, epic, awesome shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm, like, half naked in our last post, so...
Yeah, you are. You're as Sith Leia.
Not to exploit myself or anything.
Right. So, if you want to see her half naked as Sith Slave Leia... go check out the site. You might find some other stuff you like there. But until next time, this is Ryan and Tracy signing off for Force Cult.